Histology of ureter, vas deferens and fallopian tube. These are the tubular structure. They are tube-like in appearance. They are 0.5 centimeter in diameter. Mucosa shows a longitudinal fold in the lumen. Which are the other tubular structure in our body? Comment in the comment section. So these three contain the three layer: mucosa, muscle layer and adventitia. So vas deferens it also contain a longitudinal fold. So in the ureter and vas deferens 4 to 6 longitudinal fold. So they give them a stellate or star shaped appearance. So ureter consists of transitional epithelium. So it is a 4 to 6 layer of cells. So it is a transitional epithelium, so it is a stretched, and ureter is stretch and relax. So when it is a relaxed, mucosal fold is there, and when it is a stretched, mucosal fold is disappear. So superficial cell, it is a umbrella shaped and they have capacity to stretch. So that's why it is known as the transitional epithelium. In transitional epithelium, all the epithelial layers from deep to superficial are clearly visible. 85 squamous epithelium, the superficial epithelial layer, the more amount of cell are present. So the superficial layer are more flat nucleus there, and it seems to be crowded in the superficial layer. So we cannot clearly visible the superficial layer. More amount of flat cells is there. In the vas deferens, it contains the pseudo-stratified ciliated epithelium. There is a two type of cell present in the vas deferens, that is the ciliated columnar cells and basal cells. So basal cell act as a stem cell from where the other cells are derived. So vas deferens, it is a muscular tube and it is a thick muscular tube. So its lumen is comparatively narrow to the wall. So here there is a fallopian tube. Fallopian tube consists of the fold. So it consists of the fold. So there is a primary fold. Primary fold divides into the secondary and tertiary folds are there. So lumen is large and it almost filled with the fold. And this fold consists of the simple columnar ciliated epithelium. There is a three type of cell present in the epithelium: ciliated columnar epithelium, secretory columnar epithelium, and other it is a short shell. So the secretory cells, it is known as the Peg cell. It is a non-ciliated columnar epithelium. It secretes the fluid that nourishes the spermatogoa and fertilized egg. And it also provides environment for the capacitation of the sperms. Now, outside the epithelium, there is a lamina propria. So in the tube-like structure or tubular structures, in these three slides, there is a three layer: mucosa, muscular layer and adventitia. In the mucosa, it consists of the inside epithelium, and periphery to the epithelium there is a lamina propria. So you can see the lumen is almost filled with the fold, and in between the fold you can see the clear space is there. It is a 10 to 12 centimeter long. So laterally nearer to the ovary, it is the infundibulum. Then the largest part, it is the ampulla, which is dilated part. So in the ampulla, it is not the completely circular in shape. Nearer to the junction of the uterus, it is a isthmus, and within the uterine wall, it is the interstitial parts of the fallopian tube. Outside the mucosa, there is a muscular layer. In the mucosa, there is epithelium, and outside the periphery to the epithelium, there is a lamina propria. Next to mucosa, it is a muscular layer. When there is a three layer is present in the muscular layer in hollow viscera, when there is a three layer, it is outer longitudinal, middle circular, and inner longitudinal smooth muscle layer. So smooth muscle is present in the hollow viscera. In the ureter, lower 1/3 part of the ureter, there is a outer longitudinal, inner circular, middle circular, and inner longitudinal smooth muscle. But in the upper 2/3 part of the ureter, there is only two layer is present. Outer layer is absent, so there is outer circular muscle layer and inner longitudinal layer. In the vas deferens, the muscle layer, it is a thick, and all the three muscular layer is present. So here we are drawing the inner longitudinal smooth muscle layer. When inner longitudinal smooth muscle layer, when it is a transverse section, the nucleus is shows a rounded in appearance. So the wall of the vas deferens is thick compared to the lumen. Here we are drawing the spindle shaped muscular layer in the ureter. So this is the one way to draw the spindle shaped muscular layer, circular muscle layer. Here we can draw a wavy lines. This is the second way to draw the spindle shaped circular muscle layer. Draw the wavy line, and in between the spindle shape, draw the flat nucleus and do a shading about this layer, so it will look like a slide. So in ureter, upper 2/3, there is an outer circular layer and inner longitudinal layer. In ureter, we cannot completely differentiate these two layers. We cannot completely differentiate these two muscular layer in ureter. And outside the ureter, there is a adventitia. So adventitia is retroperitoneal connective tissue. It lies behind the peritoneum. It contains the adipose tissue, nerves, blood vessels, and lymphatics. And in lamina propria, it also contains the blood vessels, nerves, lymphatics, and connective tissue cells, loose connective tissue. Is 25 to 35 centimeter in length. Adventitia blends in the upper part with the capsule of the kidney, and its lower part blends with the capsule of the urinary bladder wall. Muscle surrounds the minor papilla and exerts a milking action to squeeze the urine from the minor calyces. Thick muscular layer is present in vas deferens. All the three layers are present, and the middle circular smooth muscle are thicker than the other two layers. So here there is a one way to draw the spindle shaped circular smooth muscle to draw the wavy line and draw the spindle shaped nucleus. In the lamina propria, it contains the loose connective tissue, blood vessels, nerves and lymphatic, and it also contains the elastic fiber in the lamina propria, and it also contains the elastic fiber in the adventitia. So this fiber help into the peristalsis contraction of the muscle layer that help into the rapid propulsion of the sperm. So vas deferens does not store its contents within the lumen. So here there is a outer longitudinal muscle layer, and outside the muscular layer there is a adventitia. The adventitia consists of the elastic fiber, blood vessels, nerves and lymphatics. It is a 45 cm in length. It is a muscular tube, and it is like a thick cord. So it has a thick muscular layer, and lumen is narrow compared to the wall. Outside the epithelium, periphery to the epithelium, there is a lamina propria. So the core of the mucosal fold, it is a highly vascular. So lamina propria consists of the blood vessels, nerves and lymphatic. Now the muscle layer we can remember as a OLX, outer longitudinal, inner circular. So here there is a third way to draw the smooth muscle layer. Draw a transverse, short, thick lines, flat nucleus. The circular smooth muscle is thickest in the isthmus. It controls the passage of fertilized ovum from the fallopian tube to the uterine cavity. So the fallopian tube has a bidirectional transports, ovum towards the uterine cavity and the spermatozoa towards the laterally. And outer covering of the fallopian tube, it is covered by the peritoneum except the lower end. So the outer end, it is a serosa. When it is covered by the peritoneum, it known as a serous layer. It consists of the connective tissue, blood vessels, lymphatics, nerves and mesothelial cells. Blood vessels consist of the simple squamous epithelium. Ampulla is the largest and dilated part of the tube. So it is not necessary there is a complete round lumen of lumen, and you cannot see the fallopian tube in single microscopic view, but you can see a ureter and vas deferens in whole part in a single microscopic view. Labeling, there is a mucosa. So here one is the mucosa of the vas deferens, mucosa of the ureter and mucosa of the fallopian tube. Then muscular layer, and outer layer is adventitia and serosa in fallopian tube. Mucosa consists of the epithelium and lamina propria. The lumen is folded, and within the lumen you can see the clear space, and